Party started. All right, you guys. Welcome to tonight's training. I want to thank all of you guys for being on. My name is Jamil Frazier, and this is our client support training. You guys, we do this training every single week at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 9 Pacific or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for me, client support is the lifeblood of our business. And personally, I'm really excited to be back with you guys. I haven't been on ladder training in about a month. So it's really exciting for me to see all of these new faces and see all of the new coaches that have joined the family. So do me a favor. If you're a brand new coach, if you've been coaching for 2 months or less, then put a 1 in the chat group for me so we can recognize you and love on you a little bit. But I know so many of you guys, believe it or not, let's see, we got Michelle, who's a new coach, Tina, I want to say Katrina, but I might be jacking that up. But if you're a new coach, please put a 1 in the chat group so we can love on you guys. In the last 2 months, we have brought on over 210, right around 210 coaches have joined the family. So I want to congratulate you guys and welcome you guys. In the last, basically every single month for like the last 12 months, this group right here has brought on, has recognized, has started working with more clients than the previous month before. So around here, we like to call that a record-breaking month. And I want to invite you guys to join us on Wednesday night as we do a team celebration to really celebrate all of the coaches that have just really grown their businesses. They've done what we call ranked up. We're going to celebrate our success as a family, as a group, and then it gives us a chance to really hear from all of the coaches that are actually out there doing the do. How are they doing it? What's their secret? And we're going to have a handful of coaches that are sharing that with you. So I want you guys to think about right now, put in a chat group about approximately how many clients you're working with right now on a monthly basis. And if you're brand new and you don't have any clients yet, just put in the process of acquiring some clients. So as you guys, whoa, we see some big numbers. I see 48, I see 90, 60-ish, 4 in the process, 2, 1, 4, 2. Love this. You guys seeing this in the chat group? Keep doing it. So what I want you to do is on a piece of paper just like this, I want you to write down how many clients you are supporting. Write that number down. And then what I want to encourage you to do, and this is going to sound crazy to some of you guys, but I want you to multiply that by 10. So if you're working with 4 clients right now, I want you to multiply that by 10. And then I want to encourage you, I really want to challenge you to get to a place mentally to where you say, I could support 40 clients a month. And if you're supporting 40 clients a month right now, I want to challenge you to 10x that and to go to 400. Now, the key for you is I don't want you doing all the work on your own. So I want you, and I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to now start building a team to help you directly and indirectly support 400 clients per month. Does this make sense? So you might be asking, Jamil, who are you and why the heck are you even challenging me? I'm just a normal dude. In Optavia, they call me an integrated presidential director, but it doesn't matter. But what I'm challenging you to do is as we start to think bigger, as we start to say, you know what, right now I'm in the process of supporting some clients, but I'm going to 10x that, and I'm going to do that this month. And then for you guys that are supporting 50 clients, and you say, I'm going to 10x that, and my organization is going to start supporting 500 clients a month. What that's going to do is that's going to force us to go out there and make a change in our cities, in our job spaces, in our states. And eventually, as we keep doing this, it's going to touch the world. Are you guys okay with doing that? So I'm just a guy to sit here to challenge you, to encourage you to do a little bit more, because that's how lives start to change. So tonight is client support night. I'm really, really encouraged by this group. And I want to ask you to, if you don't already, break out a pen or something to write with and break out some paper, because over the next 25 minutes, we're going to have 4 of the most impressive coaches come on and really share tips and wisdom with us. And I don't want you guys to miss anything, or it's going to defeat the purpose of being on here. The other thing I want to ask you to do is, if you have your Dr. A's Habits of Health book close, please grab that. And if you have your Living a Longer, Healthier Life workbook close, please grab this. So these books, what I can tell you, are our program. So we get paid for supporting our clients and then supporting our coaches. If we want to figure out the best way to do that, it starts from within. So if we want to know, how do I go out there and really support my clients, it starts with educating ourselves. Not saying you have to be an expert, but I'm saying all of us are clients. So why not work on ourselves? And then that way we can start to give it away. So I have these close because I'm sure you're going to reference these throughout the night. And I want my encouragement, and really my goal has been for a long time, is for us to get to a point of where, when we're working with our clients, we're so gifted at this information that we can easily start to guide our clients to where the answers are. And we don't feel like we're healthcare professionals and think we have to know everything and try to teach these people all this stuff. Dr. A, Optavia has already done that for us, to where we get really good with pointing in directions. If that's what you need, great, go here. You need that? Sounds like you need to go there. Oh, that's the challenge? Then go there. And then that way allows us to strategically work with a heck of a lot more people and not take up so much of our time. So with that being said, I'm going to move out of the way, and I want to bring on some of our co-hosts to really dive in and start to work with us. So first person I want to bring on, brand new coach, really, her and Scott, but they have just rocked it. And last month they actually ranked up to what we call executive director, and they did it in a very short amount of time. They're taking care of a tremendous amount of clients and just have so much wisdom, especially being so new as a coach. So I want to bring on Erica Worley to really discuss with us and give us some tips on what she's doing in terms of staying focused and staying, organized. There it is. Erica, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to get right to this because I timed myself and it does take the whole time. So if I can share my screen, what I wanted to share with you is how I keep track of my new clients. Let's see, does that work? Okay, can you guys see that? That's my Google Gmail account, okay? And when I get a new client, the first thing I'm gonna do is send them this welcome email. And it's something that my health coach sent to me, Kiersten and Lavalee. They're great coaches, but it is so much information, okay? And you want to make sure that it's your website that you are sending them when they know that they're going to go log in later after you've already ordered for them, right? So this is lots of information. At the very top, it says, keep this email handy. So I'm hoping that they just will refer back to it as the time is needed. It's a lot of information, but I do want them to have that handy. And then I also set the client up in a support chat with me and my health coach. So they got 2 health coaches to grab onto. And I usually do that with Facebook Messenger if most of my clients do Facebook. But if not, then it's going to be like a texting support chat. Most are texters these days, so that works. And then I'm going to send them a day or so later. See, I've set up a folder. It's called Health Coach Daily Texting Emails, right? And so I grab these daily text messages in, I think it's Simple Systems has it there. If you don't know what that is, ask your health coach. But it does kind of tell you copy and paste into maybe your notes. I have this in my notes on my phone. So if I'm out and about and I don't have my computer with me, I can go grab them from my notes. But it is all the text messages that are from a few days before to about day 9 of their program. So after I send the welcome email, right after they've ordered, then about a couple days later, so I'm not like inundating them with so much information, I send them this welcome text. And it's either message or text. I'm gonna just say text, but most of the time I'm doing it through Facebook Messenger on that support chat. So they have one place to go to always go for the information that we've been going over. Okay, and then I'm going to, a couple days later, but not like the day before they get their food, I'm going to send them a text about waiting for their order. And in this particular text, I incorporate the suggested items to have on hand for their lean and green. So it's their shopping list. So they can start getting their refrigerator and pantry ready for when the food does arrive. These are very organic. I can't really set them on a calendar to remind myself, so I just have to be in touch with them on a purposed basis. I keep an eye out for the email that says that their order has been shipped, so then I know what day it's going to arrive. And as soon as I figure out what day that is, then the day before, I'm sending them this text, and it's saying, hey, your food's going to arrive on this date. And when are you going to start? That's really what I'm trying to get to, is when are you going to start once your food arrives? Once I get that start date, then my calendar comes into play. And my calendar is Google. And so you'll see all these crazy dates on here. But at the very top is where I will put, I'll start my client off day before. I'll say their name, day 1 text, day 2 text, all the way to day 9. And I'll put it at the top of my calendar so that every day I know this is what I had to do today. And once I've done it, I delete it so I know it's not there anymore. So it's like my little to-do list, okay? And then here are the text messages for that, the day before they get, they start, and some videos to watch. And we're gonna schedule a journey kickoff call. What time do you wanna do that? Then I'm day 1, day 2, and I'm just sending this to them to try and keep in contact with them, work them through their fat burn, tell them, about detoxing and how that might affect them and what can they do to overcome that. And we're kind of conversing back and forth after they've received these texts. I'm, wanting them to touch base with me, and they tend to do. Some don't, and I don't force the issue, but at least I've given them the information. And on day 5, I go all the way to day 8. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we're going to start doing a weekly celebration call. And we want to have that scheduled weekly. I do it on Mondays and Wednesdays. Which day do you want? We pick a time, and that's just set on my calendar that I'm going to start checking in with them weekly. And on day 9, I send them this little, hey, people are going to start noticing your weight drop. How are you going to answer them? Well, here's some suggestions. And it's all about, are you going to refer them to me, or do you think maybe you might want to become a coach yourself? Kind of start dripping that in. Once I hit day 9, then I move over into a, let me get back to it. Day 10, day 4, and I just a few days in between trickling some information as an email to them. And it's mainly just videos encouraging them. But that's how I stay organized to keep in contact. It's very crucial that for the very first week, you want to be on a daily basis if you can, touching base with them. And my calendar helps me do that and keep myself organized. So I just wanted to share those little tidbits with you, hoping it helps you along your coaching journey as well. So thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely. Was that helpful, you guys? That is so good. One of the reasons why these guys are advancing so quickly, and a big part of that is the supporting your clients. So the great thing about what we do is we've made a lot of mistakes in the past years, and I've been coaching for about 6 years now. And now we have something called support teams. So every coach that comes on, you have teams that are working with you. And one of the things that they're going to be really, really good with is giving you what we call just-in-time training. So as you're starting to work with your new clients and things like that, then you'll start to get the different links and lists and things that you'll need to support those clients. For all of you guys who have in the chat group there put that you're supporting 5 clients and above, then you are going to have an opportunity to have a link sent to you called Simple Systems. And the great thing about Simple Systems is it's going to give you every single link that you could ever want or really even need that's going to help you with supporting them. So as of right now, work with your support teams to get the different information that you need, but supporting clients is a very systematic process, and you can do it to where it's really duplicable and get to a point to where you're not spending so much time. So I want to actually move on to Mary Blachly, who's out in Kansas, and she's going to work with us. She's so good at this. Her and Brian support so many clients. Probably, I don't even know how many see Brian back there. But Mary, please share some information with us in terms of how to bring value.
Definitely. Thanks, Jamil, for the opportunity. So I decided I wanted to share a little bit about how sort of where my mindset is with the value and the purpose of doing these celebration calls, and really to really get you thinking that these celebration calls are just as important as the doing the helping them through the 5-in-1 meal plan. And it's not optional. It took me a while to really get to that point where I finally connected with that and just was like, this has to happen. So if you're not doing them now consistently, start doing them, because now it's automatic for me and it's just part of my day. It's just a routine. And if you don't know when to do these, reach out to your mentor. I'm not going to go over those because that's listed out for you. I really want to give you some valuable tips. So the purpose of the celebration call, this is where we do the heart work. This is the part where we really get to love on our clients. We get to, let them know how great they're doing. It gets to be a positive experience. It's a time to celebrate their victories, even the small ones. It allows us to shift their thinking from, and it happens so organically that they don't even realize it's happening, but the shift gets out of the weight and the physical, and it really can then go into those other two parts of the trilogy where you can really get into the mindset and possibly even the financial piece. And this also is so valuable because it allows the client to really start to generate their story. Because what's the first thing that your mentor or your partner who's leading the story is going to ask them? They're going to ask, well, what brought you to Optavia, and why did you decide to get healthy? That is day one of their story. They've started it. That's pretty exciting because we all know that in 1 week, there's big changes. And again, that just gets them thinking more inside themselves. They maybe haven't processed that yet. So you're there guiding them with questions. And then it allows you to work through challenges that may be current challenges, because as we all know, going into week 2 can be a little bit of, it's, a tougher week for clients. The adrenaline's kind of slowing down. So you get them really set up for success in that second week. I call the second week is where it kind of weeds out the people who are really invested and those who are like, I can't do it. They just aren't there. Again, this call is all about empowering them. It's really focused on reinforcing all of those behaviors that are what they're doing right. You reinforce it. Reinforcement. They feel good. They feel happy. It gets that part of their brain that makes them feel like when you fall in love. So that's what we want. We want to do that for them. We want them to have fun. This is a journey. So I try to be really excited for them. I make it all about them. I might draw in small pieces of my journey, but it's really not about me because their journey is going to be different. By doing this, we are teaching coaching to not only the coach who's on the call, but in a sense, we're teaching those clients too, because we all know they're going to be coaches. So when we do it right from the start, then again, we're duplicating the systems to them. And there's a lot of things that come out in these celebration calls that maybe some of our coaches aren't aware of how to process their clients through that, or where to send them to empower them to find those answers. So there's just so much value in these calls. And even just 15 minutes of this call can create so much like massive change and massive action and really big shifts. And it also just continues to empower your love and devotion to, I have 30 seconds. It also builds the client-coach relationship. It's allowing you to grow that bridge of trust. So you're getting to know each other on a more personal level. And in those calls, you're going to find those clues, right? Those clues are going to guide you to, okay, well, what part of the trilogy can we offer you? What about health coaching? And then you posture coaching in. So layering coaching into these calls is all about just having conversations with them and asking them those questions. So that was 4 minutes. I hope that was helpful. I hope you love the celebration calls as much as I do, because who doesn't like to celebrate something positive?
I love it. So good, man. Mary and I were in the Dominican Republic about a month ago, and I was telling her how just incredible she was with client support and why I love having her teach on it, because I think you can probably see how passionate she is about it. But celebration calls are phenomenal. It's for us as coaches, actually, the way I got really good at celebration calls was doing them with my mentor. And so it gives us a chance to continue to learn, to build our skill sets as well. And Mary's right. You're going to be amazed how your clients are going to tell your support team and your coaches things that they've been keeping secrets from you. Mm-hmm. This happens every single time. Even when I get my clients on calls, I'm like, what? You were running 15,000 miles? You never told me that. I've been working with you for like 3 months. And that's why they've been in the plateau. So celebrate your clients. You want to do this at the end of your first week, at the end of their first week. You want to do it at the end of their first month, and you want to do it monthly going forward. So let's go back out to Texas. We're going to bring on Kiersten Lavalee, who, if you're talking about just a group and a team and a husband and wife team that's just killing it and have so much success right now, we're about to hear from one. So you definitely want to perk up your ears a little bit and learn from her, because they are just really fantastic at acquiring and supporting clients. So Kiersten, you're going to talk to us about overcoming costs and talking about how to layer coaching in early in the process. Yes?
Yes, I am.
All right. Hi, my friend.
So we have all had clients or, done calls, and you get that person that just, it's too expensive. And so I've kind of learned how to overcome that. And basically what I do is as I'm going through the health assessment, that's just part of my health assessment. I go right into cost. I don't even really allow them to ask, because I feel like I personally don't believe it costs a lot. Nick and I, when we first started, we thought that thought did cross our mind, but then we realized, oh my gosh, with all the support, the vitamins, the probiotics, everything that you're getting, it really doesn't cost that much. And so I'm excited to share it with them. So I just bring it up first. I don't even allow them to bring it up. So after I've just gone over the 4 components of the program, I just say, and the best part is there is no cost for our program itself. There's no membership fees or anything crazy like that. You are simply going to take the money you are already spending on groceries, and you're going to be purchasing it through the food, through Optavia, and it's going to be shipped directly to your door. So, and I said, so tell me, what do you think you're spending weekly on groceries? And then I have on my assessment right there, I'm taking my pen and I'm writing it down. So, they'll sit there and, kind of calculate in their head, and, maybe they say, they throw out a number, I write it down. I say, okay, great. So you mentioned you ate out, 2-3 times a week. So what do you think you're spending? And I help them, figure that one out. So I then write that down. I say, great. Are you taking any supplements, any vitamins, probiotics? Well, yeah, I'm actually purchasing through blah, blah, blah. And it's about $100 a month. And, so then I'm saying, okay, that's $25 a week. So then I add that up. And then, going over, okay, you said you have some cholesterol issues, thyroid, diabetes, or not thyroid, but, diabetic, any medications that they're taking, what are you spending? Because I know, I'm confident to the point we've helped enough clients now to see so many people come off their medication that I'm pretty confident that we're going to at least be able to get some of that cost down as well. So after they're done, I add it all up. I'm able to show them, wow, okay, so this is what you're spending, and then show them the difference of what they're currently spending and then what they would be spending in our program, using our program. So I'm saying, not only are you going to be able to lose weight and get healthy, but I'm actually going to help save you some money, now, and then if there is, let's say they are spending very, very little, you can bring in coaching that way. But either way, then I'm saying, and get this is the best part, is that as you start to lose, whether you like it or not, people will notice and they will want to know what you're doing. And the cool part is that you're going to have the opportunity to either refer them to Nick and I, and we're going to actually put some credit into your account, which will help offset the cost of your food, or we can help you coach them and you're going to earn enough money to cover the cost of your food with a lot more. And then I kind of share our testimony a little bit about how my husband and I just wanted to start this to get healthy. And just within 8 months, we're at the point where our income has exceeded what he makes at his job. And we see him being able to quit and fire his job by the end of the year. So I'm just putting that out there. I want to be upfront and honest with you from the beginning and let you know everything that is possible to you. So how does that sound? And, and that's pretty much it. That's what I do. I'm open and honest from the very beginning. So I'm talking to them about the income potential, and I've just ex-nayed any excuse they have that has to do with the cost of our program.
I'm blown away. Am I the only one? This is so good, man. I just got goosebumps. I'm about to steal all those tips. Maybe I can be just as amazing. This is so good, you guys. I hope you're taking notes. I mean, from what these guys are saying. I mean, this is awesome. We didn't even have trainings like this years ago. Can you believe that? How was anyone ever successful? All right, let's finish this thing up. We're going to come back to California, and I want you guys to meet Don Maedel. Lots of you guys already know him, but he's really going to talk to us about one of the number one tools that we use as we are out there working with, bringing on clients, really supporting our clients, which is our health assessment. So, Don, are you there, my friend?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So thanks again for asking me to participate on this call. I just love the community that we have, and I love anytime I get a chance to participate with this group of people. They're just amazing people, and I just love all the lives we're impacting. So I really wanted to talk about, we have a lot of tools. Everybody talks about all the systems that we have in place, but our number one tool is this right here, this health assessment, okay? And a lot of times as people are starting to ask you questions about what you're doing and what's going on, we want to talk to them about it. We want to tell them things, and then, well, how much is it? And when I was new, I said, oh, it's only this. And oh yeah, I can never afford that. And so I stopped talking to anybody about it at all on the fly. Like if they're asking me, go, you know what? I'm so excited. I would love to talk to you about it. But we're just getting ready to go out of church, or we're just getting ready to go into church. I want to give you my undivided attention. When is a great time we could talk? Because I really want to learn about what you're trying to achieve with your health. And that way I can see if it's even a good fit for you. And so I don't give them any information. My whole goal is to get them on the phone because I want to do this health assessment. Because what we are relationship builders. And this is where we start building the relationship, is on that health assessment. We want to go through it thoroughly. You know, when we send out that text message, can you give me 20 minutes of your time? I'd like to say I do it in 20 minutes, but I don't. You know, I usually take about 45 minutes to an hour to do my health assessment because I really want to dig into their whys. I want to get a lot of information about this person because that's going to help me support them that much better. I want to find out, what are you trying to achieve? And sometimes I have to pull the information out of them. Now, when you achieve this, when we do this, because, you know, you want to lose 50 pounds? Great. We can do that. I lost 77. No problem. We can knock 50 pounds off you. No problem. We can do that. But how's that going to affect your life? How's that going to change your life? What do you see? What type of activities do you see you doing as a result of this? And so I really want to get into and then the main thing is I want to get into their whys. I want to find out, why do you want to make this change? Why do you want to be healthy? because that's really going to be a great tool for me to be able to support this person as they go through this. If they're struggling, you know, I can go back and go, well, remember, you know, we want to meet our grandchildren one day, right? Or whatever it is. And so when I tell my story, I want to make sure I have enough information on them that I can relate things from my personal story that they're going to relate to, and that it's going to make them go, okay, yeah, I get that. And then I really want to go through their daily routines and habits. I want to find out, are they struggling with sleep? Are they struggling with drinking water? Is there a lot of stress in their life? And that part of the health assessment is really important, because I want to know what they've got going on and what's going on with their job situation. Is that stressing them out? Because maybe coaching is an avenue. I don't know how many people tell me, I love my job. I love what I do. And then I start to dig into it a little bit more and go, well, you know, I actually put in a lot more hours than I really would like to. And, you know, I've missed a lot of events for my kids. And so I really want to dig into all of that, get into their eating habits and where they want to be. And so if you've done that in the beginning, you've really cultivated that trust and you've built that relationship. Because before I even talk about the program, I really want to know about them. Because I'll tell you one thing, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And so you really need to show them that you care about them, that you're interested in them, that you want to know about them. And when you start to do that, when you start to tell them about your experience in this program, they're going to be a lot more receptive to it, because they know you care about what's going on with them. And so this is a great tool. It's the #1 tool for us. And it's so important to start that process off right. So make sure you take your time, do that health assessment, do it with everyone. Don't share the program with anybody unless you have a health assessment in front of you and you've got them on the phone. That's the only way to do it. Because you really can, maybe not be able to give that person the opportunity to do this program because you shared something prior to finding out why they want to do it.
So strong. So what I hear Don saying is you're really earning the right to even explain our program to them, right? Exactly. So like you're taking the time to earn the right to figure out where they're at specifically. And then once you know that and you connected with it, now you can explain our 4 components equally, but how it individually and fits specifically to what they're looking for.
Right.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, Don's right. I mean, the health assessment is really where it starts. I remember as a brand new coach, still working full time and having these things in my car and on my lunch breaks, going out to my car and doing a couple of these, getting home, doing tons of them per night. I used to do maybe 6 or 7 of them in a day. That went on for first couple of years. So it's one of the best things that we can do. We want to make sure to have a health assessment on every single client. We want to break out our client support binders, this bad boy right here. We want to make sure that as we're doing these health assessments, if they're not ready, no big deal, you guys. We just put them into our about to be healthy, because as we follow up the way that we're trained to, at least once a week, most of us do it on Friday, and we just open this up and we pull out that health assessment. We go follow up with them. We do that enough, they are going to start. And if we follow our systems, and if these folks do get going, all you do is take that health assessment and you put it in this green folder. I know this is really challenging to do, but look, we're trying to make it as easy as possible, right? So believe it or not, it is this simple. And then as you're working with your new clients, you're just going to pull out that health assessment on your client support day. And then you have all the information there and you can continue to write down where they're at in their status. After the first month, guess what? You just move it to the purple folder. I know this is a challenging system, but we're trying to make it as easy as possible. So it really is that easy. And that all comes down to supporting your clients. We do a great job supporting our clients. We integrate them. They're going to send us referrals. And more importantly, they'll join our community and become coaches, because I know for a fact, once they do that, now they just increase their chances for success 5 times more. So my goal for every single client, I have 2 goals for clients. And I hope that I can inspire you that this is your expectation for your clients too. 1, they're going to send you referrals, or 2, they're going to become coaches. And then 3, when they send us referrals, hopefully we don't have to take them, but we inspire them to coach these people themselves, because it's going to put their clients in the best line or best state to be successful. And once that coach has to have more accountability, then it's going to put them in a state of becoming more successful. So I want to thank you guys for being on. Thank you to all of our amazing co-hosts. And all of these trainings go up in 0 to 5 in the files if you ever want to watch the playback. And we do this every single week. So I want to thank you guys and can't wait to see you next week. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.